Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to, this is such an annoying title, but Portal, the uncooperative cake acquisition board game, or Portal Tukag, or the Ukag. I don't know how you want to say it. This is a board game, based on Portal. Portal 2 is included, because there's some characters in here that are like that. Very simple, very straightforward. We're just going to do a two-player setup here. The person who made this mod, freaking props to you. This thing is beautiful, I gotta say. And, but yeah, so it maps out the turn sequence. You deploy aperture cards, so if you have cards, you can deploy them. If not, you just move a group of your subjects. You activate a chamber, you recycle a chamber. I'll explain that later. Let's just get this bad boy set up. Hit the button, GLaDOS. Shuffle them up, baby. Let's go. Let's see what we've got to work with today. And there we go. We got a two-player setup going on. GLaDOS is spinning around, super excited. I don't quite know what's going on here. Well, but that's fine. Nothing to worry about. So, how this works. Let's say I am blue for now. So blue's gonna go first. So the aim of the game, I guess I should say first, is to get some cake, because everyone knows that cake and Portal go together like a weasel and pants in terms of sports, because apparently that's a very popular sport. I don't get it, but hey, tis what it is. And so how you get these cake slices on the board is you see these little symbols on the board. So there's like little people and little cakes and a companion cube guy and a turret guy, stuff like that. When those get recycled or activated, then you can put cakes on the board, and I'll explain that in a second. How this works is turns, obviously, 4 actions. It shows it here, and it shows it here, just in case you really need an extra set of eyes. So what happens first is you deploy cards. We don't have cards to start with, so we skip that step for now. And then we move one group of your test subjects. So how this works is you can move any one group from this side of the board, which is the new test zone, new testing chamber. That's important. And you can move any group of them to an adjacent chamber. So if I want, I can bring this guy up here. I can bring these two up forward there. I can also only move one if I wanted to. And if you ever only move one person on a turn, you can either get another free guy on the board of your color, or you can get an aperture card. Depending on your situation, either one is more beneficial. So let's do that. So blue is going to go. He's going to bring one of his guys from there to there, and then because he did that, he's going to grab an aperture card. So this has already been shuffled. So he's going to grab the repulsion gel. Move all test subjects from a single chamber to one adjacent chamber if you're choosing. This includes enemy ones, so you want to be careful about that. What happens now is I activate a test chamber. So how this works? Oh, I see. Ooh, this might actually be really cool. Okay, hold on. I've not played around with this mod before. I've just played the board game, which is such a fun board game. This was one of the first board games I got into when I was trying to diversify from just Monopoly and Clue, which are still great games. So let's activate this one. So how it works is there is an old test chamber site, which is all the way on the right, and then the new one on the left. And what happens when you activate is you essentially destroy one of these rooms. And so let's say I have a guy in here and I have a guy in here. When I destroy this room, whichever person's color has the majority, they get the benefits listed on the wall. So in this situation, if it was just red in that room, they would get an extra person on the board and then 2 slices of cake on the board, which is how you get points at the end of the game. So very important that you do that. But you can only get those benefits if you score things at the very end. You can't just score random tiles on the board. And then what happens after you activate it is you recycle it, bringing it to any spot on the left-hand side. Doesn't matter which one. You can take from the middle and put it on the bottom. Doesn't matter. For this situation, we're going to take it from the middle, and we're going to put it on the bottom, just to show how that works. So we're going to activate it. So GLaDOS is like, no. And then how recycling works is we flip it around, and then we put it face down, and we put it on that side. So now if that room were to be activated again, by the time it reaches the back, you can get a person, 2 cakes, and an aperture card. And then this is, I guess, just to show what the most recent room was, which is pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. And so now that was Blue's whole turn. That was his whole first turn. So now it is Red's first turn. And we just go back and forth, and the game ends when either someone runs out of people on the board, so one color runs completely out of guys. I think you have 8? Yeah, you have 8 in total. Or if someone's cake is completely incinerated. It's like all 8 slices of the cake have been incinerated. And how incineration works is when you are on the old thing and it's being activated, you incinerate those things to, activate the room. And people can come back, cake cannot. So if your cake gets incinerated, it's gone for good. That stuff, it's a delicacy. You don't get that in all the places. GLaDOS went to the finest of lands to get the ingredients they needed. It's crazy stuff out there. See, now it's Red's turn. Red would like to somewhat do a similar thing. He's just going to move 2. So he doesn't get to draw a card or get a new person. He's just going to move 2. So that way by the time this gets there, then they're going to be in the majority. Hopefully. And now they get to choose which one they want to activate. They are going to activate... I guess bottom, and then put it in the middle. Activate. Oh, that brings the portal there. That's not how I played it. Okay, before we just got rid of it. So how moving the portal works, which is now important because we're on Blue's turn. You can use your aperture card to either do what's on it, so you can use the repulsion gel to do the repulsion gel, or you can use it so essentially you void what the repulsion gel does, and you just place it down and you move the portals to any location on the board. Yeah, any chambers, excluding the old edge, so not anything on the farthest edge on the right. You place anywhere else, which is great. We're not gonna do it. We're just gonna. Do you want to play this? We don't have to. What's the character? Okay, the other thing about these aperture cards, on the other side of each one, there's a unique character, which changes the rules of the game. It doesn't matter depending on which character is on the top of the discard pile. So first one is Bendy. So once at the start of each player's turn, they may move one of their test subjects to an adjacent chamber. So they essentially get an extra move action before they do anything. Which is good, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet, because Red is in a position where he could benefit from that more than I can, I think. Because then he's going to be able to move them, and then they can move them again. So that's not good. So we're going to hold on to that for now. We're just going to move something. We're going to move him into there, which is, again, only one person. But instead of grabbing an aperture card, we're going to grab one of our test subjects. And we get to put it on any of the newer walls. So we can put it here, here, or here. And we're going to put him in here. And now that we've moved, we get to activate. We're going to activate the middle again. And let's put it in the middle, actually. So let's activate that. God, that's so cool. I love how they did this. And look at that, it shifts the entire board down a bit. Whoever did this, props to you. This is amazing. I'm really happy with this. So now it is Red's turn. Red doesn't have any cards, so you just go straight to moving. Let's move down to here. Just to keep pushing people back. Because the more people we have getting incinerated, the better the rewards you get. It's just life. Actually, no. No. What we're going to do is we're going to have these 2 farts go into here. And then we're actually going to activate this tile. Because even though this is kind of icky, it's fine. Because how this works is as long as one of these rows is 3 or more, like bricks, You can place them as wonky as you want. So I can put a bunch of them just on the top row, but only have like 3 down here and 3 down here. Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal movement. So yeah, we're going to activate the middle. We're going to put it on top just to keep things orderly. Let's activate that shiz. And now Red's guys get burnt a little bit, but they go right back. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know what's happening here. I think this is just to show who had the most things on it, which is nuts. Now they get to put one of their pieces of cake on it, because one of the benefits was a cake slice. So that goes again on one of the new ones. The only thing about the cake is that it just sits there. So we're going to put it as far back as we can, which I guess would really be like here. How the cake works, and this is very important, it does not move. It just stays there. So as this tile goes down, it's just going to go down until it eventually gets incinerated. Unless someone picks it up, which they can do for free. They can go into a zone with a cake in it and just pick it up, and then they can move it around with them and choose when to let go and all that sort of stuff. However, anybody can grab anybody's cake. So, a really genius plan has fallen into the midst of me, of my head. Blue, what I was gonna do was because what I want to do, I wanted to move him into here and then incinerate, because I put the portal there. And then I can get 2 people in a cake slice. But what I'm thinking of doing instead is maybe going up here and grabbing that cake, and then doing that on the next turn. The only worry is that Red might catch on to this and then get rid of the portal. So maybe it's the beginning of the game. We don't need to be too competitive. Let's just do whatever we want to do, which is this. So we're going to do that. We're going to activate the top, and we're going to put it, I guess, in the middle. Let's just put it in the middle. Or back on top. Let's put top on top. Yeah. So there we go. I don't quite get what's happening here, but, you know, whatever. So he got burned, he got put back though, and now he gets 2 people, so you can put these anywhere, 1, 2, and he gets a cake slice. Cake we'll put there, and then we'll put a person there, and we'll put a person there. And so now that card is a cake and 2 aperture cards. Ooh, right on one slice of cake. It's just a free card. That's pretty good. Red is running very low on people right now. So what they want to do is probably just move people and get some guys going. Ooh, but they're set up for another big boy turn. Yeah, there's nothing really do about it. You can move this way. And since it's just one person, we can get a card, or we can get another guy. I think we want another guy. And that guy is going to grab this cake. Because why not? You know, who's stopping me? Not me. Well, I guess me. But whatever. And now I just activate a tile. Doesn't really matter which tile. We'll just bring the bottom to the middle, I guess. Just to try to gain some understanding of this board. And now it's back to blue. Blue, what they could do... You know what, let's use the repulsion gel, because I have a plan to get some more cake on the board. So let's use the repulsion gel. So how this works is move all test subjects from a single chamber to one adjacent chamber of my choosing. I'm going to move all these guys here, and then we flip this over, so now it's bendy, which is better for the people around me, because I'm not going to be able to use this on my turn. But now I get to move, and I'm going to move both of these guys. No, I'm going to move one guy into there, which gives me another card. And then I'm going to activate that from the top, bring it to the bottom. And now we have some order back on the board, and we got some new benefits, baby. We got 2 more slices of cake going on the board, as well as another guy. And you just have to choose where this is gonna go. And we're just gonna put it as far back as possible. And we're gonna have one of our guys there, and he's gonna grab onto this cake for dear life because he loves this cake. Sorry, y'all, my throat's been real funny today. Allergy season ain't great, man. I'll tell you that much. But now we move on to Red's turn. What will Red do? Before his turn, you can move one of their test subjects to an adjacent chamber, which he will do. He's going to bring him with his cake into this room, the portal. And then on his next turn, he's going to move here. Just move one, normal. He doesn't have a card. But now, he's going to have a card. He's grabbing his turret. So move the turret token to adjacent chamber. If there isn't one already there, place one. Turret sounds about as just sensible as it is. You place it, it destroys anything in the room. It just kills everybody. Not the cake, though, just the people. And now Bendy is going to activate down there. We'll put it up there. That's just fun. Okay. And with that, we get 2 little people running around for Red. And another slice of their cake is on the board. And we can put them wherever the hell we want. So I'm going to put him in here. And him... Actually, we'll put them both in here. And he's going to grab onto this red slice. And he's going to grab onto this blue slice. Red is playing hard defense. Because right now, he's got a hold of a lot of their cakes. And right now, blue is in the lead with cake. So again, how a game could end is if you have no people on the board. So if he wanted, he can just try to kamikaze as many of his people as possible. And as long as his cake is still there, he'd win. But I don't think he's in a position to do that right now. But we're going to use the cake. And we also get... Actually, no, before we do that, we get to make a different move. We're going to move him. This isn't his piece. I just thought it was. Because it was blue. We're going to move this guy into here. Maybe. Yeah, sure, why not? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing at all. And then we're going to use our card to get a cake, and then it also puts the party escort bot. Once at the start of each player's turn, they may move one opponent's test subject to an adjacent chamber. And look at that. Very, somehow polar opposite cards back to back. That's very interesting. And then we have to move again. We are going to move him here. And so we can either activate this one for 2 cakes and 2 people and a cake, or we're going to give this one 2 people, a cake, and a card, which we're going to do. That's just the best move, baby. So we lost one boy, but we gained 2 right back, and we're going to put him in there, get him his cake, put him in there, get him his cake. Everything is great. And we get another card to get the companion cube. Ooh, Red's got an evil plan. This is a little silly, but I kind of like silly, so we're just going to run it. What he's going to do, because he can move one. Oh, this is actually a really good idea. Yeah, he can move one of their opponents, so he's going to move this guy into there. And now he's going to use the turret to move the turret token to an adjacent chamber, but since it's not placed, it goes into the new edge of the laboratory, wherever I want it to go. It's going to go here. Oh, and even this little light. That's so cool. And it's just going to absolutely dunk on these guys. I can't get the cake off. There. Okay, cake, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now the turret has spawned. All this cake is just left there in the turret's room, and these guys are all being incinerated. Bye bye. Uh-oh. I broke it somehow. Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's fine. Hopefully we're fine. I don't know what I did. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Everything is fine. So this is still Red's turn. I just made a huge freaking play, jeez. And Red still's got this bad boy. So Red is going to bring him into here, since it's 1. We could get another turret. Yeah, let's get another turret. Just keep him on his toes. Also keep in mind, you can have up to 3 cards. I just happen to be placing each one that I get. But yeah, I just like using cards. Okay, so right now, actually, new thing. Caroline. Once at the start of each player's turn, they make choose to incinerate one of their cake slices to earn 3 test subjects. Alright. That is a bold move. Sorry, y'all. Throat's really dry. So now we can activate anything. Let's just activate top, bring it to middle. Because why not? You gotta get these freaking cakes as far up as possible. Now it is Blue's turn. Blue doesn't need very many people. He needs a lot of cake there. If he can just keep that cake alive, that will be best case scenario. But there's really no way of him doing that. Because there's a turret there, and he can't really block it. No rewards can be earned from a chamber with a companion cube. He's not going to sacrifice, but he is just going to get rid of that. He's going to companion cube into this room. So that way he doesn't get any bonuses for what he's about to do. And once, at the start of each player's turn, they make choose to incinerate two of their cake slices to immediately end the game. So if they have a wide lead, they can just do that. And considering that they have 2 pieces of cake on there and he has 5 pieces of cake on there, if that opera turret stays for Blue's next turn, he can just call it and end the game there. That's a big no-no. What's going to happen is he's going to move here and then just bring that up and around. I'm going to put that there. And he gets melted. But he gets 2 people. And, indeed, another extra cake. And we're going to put this slice of cake in there. Why not? We're feeling a little saucy today. Yeah, sure, because no one's gonna stop it. Oh, no. We're going to put him down here, actually. Because otherwise he would just move the turret down there. Okay, so now it is Red's turn. Red can sacrifice both of his cakes to just end the game, and he immediately loses, which he's not going to want to do. No one wants to do that. So he's just going to play the turret, so he can't do that. He'll move it into there, so he kind of blocks them off from going into there. And Fact Core. The normal turn sequence has been modified. Instead of taking your move action second, you must move last. Ooh. And we don't have any cards in play to change that around immediately, so that's going to be something. Okay, so he can't move. So now his turn must consist of him deleting a chamber. Despite not getting any benefits from it, there's no reason not to do this, because it melts one of his cakes away. So he's going to do that. Which burns the cake. The cake is no more. It didn't get returned. You're never seen that cake again. For all we know, it's been eaten. Not by us. That's bad. That's bad, man. We don't want that. So now he gets to move. And where will he move? Isn't that a good question? We're going to move him there. And we're going to grab that cake so we can try to push it back. Which now brings us to Blue's turn. Blue can't deploy. He can't move yet. So he just has to activate something. He can activate either one of these. He sees that he's going that way. He doesn't want to put the portal there for him. And he can get some bonuses if he does this. He can get like always cake on the board. Hell yeah, we're doing that. And we'll throw this in the middle. So he burns his guy, only to get it right back with 2 more slices of cake. That cake is not looking good. That is not looking good at all. We will put this cake in this room, and we will have them hold it. We need to get this guy to just be pulling cake from all sides, left and right. And then for moving, actually, we're going to move him in there. Which gives us an opportunity for a card, which we will take more repulsion gel. Or, well, I guess, and Franken-turret. Sounds good to me. Which now moves into Red's turn. Red still can't mess with Fact Core. So he's going to deploy, which he can't. He can't move yet, so he's just going to activate a room. He's not going to activate his own room. That would be silly. He's not going to activate that room because then he'd get a bunch of benefits, which would be silly. So he's just going to activate the bottom one. Put it up on the top. And then that recycles. No one was on it, so no benefits get made. And he's just going to move this guy into the portal room, which also gives him either a card or a person. He's running very low on people. But we might need a card just in case whatever he has messes with us. So we're going to keep that. We're going to get a card. And then also it is the excursion funnel. In a single row of chambers, move any one of your subjects towards the old edge of the laboratory. That's pretty good. I think it's one chamber towards. Yeah, we just go whoosh. Okay, so now we move into Blue's turn. Blue can deploy. He can deploy. Will he deploy? I mean, yeah, he said he can move first. Just seems better. Once it starts each player's turn, yeah, so I mean, not really that important. He's gonna grab this cake, he's gonna move it. He's gonna move it. He's gonna move it over there. And then he's gonna incinerate this middle one and put it on the bottom. So there we go. He was on there. We don't have any more cake to give, so now it's just a matter of people. We're gonna get as many people into this rescue mission as possible. So now it is Red's turn. Red can use excursion funnel, but all these guys are holding cake. Ooh, this guy is too though. So you know what? Yeah, actually no, that means all. It says move any number. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this. Which also gives us Atlas and Peabody. To earn cake from an activated chamber, at least 2 subjects must be there. Which is fine, because that's not the point of what we're doing here. We're just going over there so we can burn it. We're going to burn up another piece of his cake. So what happens now is we can put the middle, and we put it right back in the middle. And since there's a tie, no one gets the bonus, because there was a tie. So we essentially just burned another piece of this guy's cake, and no one gets anything. Which is great for Red, except he's running very low on people. Now he's kind of screwed himself. Yeah, he's really kind of screwing himself a little loose here. Oh, but regardless, Blue has no cards, so he can't move. He can't act. He can't deploy. He can act just fine. He's acting a little silly, if you ask me. He's going to move into there. And he's going to remove the middle zone again. Just because now his stuff's burnt up. And now, red's only got one guy. And there's only... Actually, he can make it go pretty far, to be fair. He can actually make it go very far with the power of teleportation. And since he only moved one, he gets to put another test subject down. He's going to put it down not as far away as possible, but in the way, for sure. And then now it's his turn, so now it's back to Blue. Blue is like, hey, save the cake. Everyone get a slice before Mom throws it out. It's been in the fridge for 3 days. It's hitting its expiration. You gotta save it. Oh, we still can. And then we're just gonna start burning the bottom out, I guess. We're just gonna start funneling it out. Shifting towards those last two sorry bastards. So now red is gonna go 1. Well, deploy he can't. But 1, and now he can get himself a deploy. Ooh, that's evil. That's a really evil card. And then he is going to activate middle, maybe? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to be the top. So we'll put top. We'll go bottom to bottom, I guess. Okay. And so from there it is Blue's turn. Blue's like, we get an outski. They don't have a card. They're not about to have a card. Because right now they're just dying. Because they're trying to feed their friend some cake. And now we can burn a room. We're going to burn that one. You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to sacrifice one person to get 2 more people. Which isn't gonna... We ain't letting that fly. In this house fly. So we're going to put that into the middle. And he's like, ah, shoot, now I can just get some cards, which is still pretty good. But first he's also going to melt this guy's face. This cake gets burned. Lamau. And now I have Cave Johnson. To earn cake from an activated chamber, all test subjects in that chamber must be the same color. Which, by look at that, they are. At least for him. Because he's just going to activate this. It's not really going to... Nothing's really stopping him from doing that. And he gets a cake and 2 more cards. So he gets to put the cake down. And he gets a turret card again and another turret card. Good for red. Red's getting some shit. Blue has no cards. And he's just going to spend his turn moving all of his guys just out of the turret's way and just out of the general world's way. Jeez, he only has 1 person. We just need to try to kill that one guy. He's going to be able to move him and get more people in. So the smartest thing to do would be to get our cakes as far down as possible and then just suicide all my men. We're going to drop our cakes. No. Hold on to those for a moment. But first, we moved already, so now we get to activate. We're going to activate the bottom one and bring it to the top. We have a plan. We have a plan, alright. First of all, Red's probably going to ruin our plan by using this turret. Actually, which turret does he want to use? Because they each have a different character card. Either the announcer or the cake core. They may move one of their cake slices. Nope, they don't want that one. Instead of incinerating cake is recycled. Oh, he doesn't want either of those, because the whole point... Because Blue's just trying to get his men killed. And if he can recycle his cake, that would be bad. So I think in his idea, in his mind, it's best for him to be able to move them than let them be recycled. So he's gonna have that there. He moves the turret into here. It's like whoa, and there we go. And it incinerates and incinerates. I think it incinerates. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. And now he's going to destroy the bottom for the top. Because then soon we can melt that cake. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just 2 pieces of cake that are just on the border. And Blue can't do anything to stop that. Or did he ever move? No, he didn't move. He wanted to move into there, and then since he only moved 1 guy, he's gonna get this guy in there, holding this piece of cake. So all he needs to do is just get 1 more piece of cake on the board. However, Blue has a much different way about going about this. First, you can move 1 of the cake slices to any chamber? Oh, geez, that's... I mean, what else would I do? And then we're actually going to put all of our cakes on the ground. And we are running straight for death. We're getting rid of the top, putting it on... It doesn't matter. Getting rid of it. Because this card doesn't give him more people. So once he kills himself, he's done. Game is going to be over. And he's going to win. And there's nothing red can do. I think. Yeah, no, there's just nothing he can do. He can move his guy into here, which, I mean, can get him another card, which maybe is a guy that works. Rewards from an activated chamber earned with a minority. Okay, that says nothing. He can destroy a piece of his cake, which is cool. He destroyed a lot of his cake. He destroyed 4 pieces of his cake, which is crazy. But he also only got 3 pieces of his cake in. But he's going now. It's nothing else they can really do. He's just gonna move them all. Oh no, he's not. Or does he have to? Does he have to move? I don't know if he has to move them or not. I would say no. One moment. The rules decree it is a must, so we have to move him. Oh wait. No, he still wins, because he can just put them all here. Right? He can then activate that chamber, put it anywhere but the middle. He kills them. And then he gets 2 more. He puts them in there. They immediately get incinerated. Because they're in the turret's room. And now it's the game. Because now red is out of people. Well, red has people. Blue is out of people. And so now it's just time to count the cake. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 reds. Pitiful. 1, 2. So with that, red has been defeated. Red is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Blue is the supreme color in between the two, at least for Portal, and Portal, the uncooperative cake acquisition game in general. Don't be red, be blue. Because blue is calm, cool, and collected. Red was aggressive, didn't pay off. That was fun. I really like this mod, this workshop map for this board game. Super awesome. If you like this, go over there and play it, because it is really good. It's like one of the best made mods for Tabletop Simulator. Everything about it just makes sense. Everything about it's super well done. And the game itself is very nice and well done. So seriously, try it out. I'm serious. But thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Table for One. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but howdy. We're playing it's Table for One today. Yeah. So, thank you all, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye now.